Hey friends, it's Amy, the Reiki Nomad. I apologize for not getting some videos up sooner. I've been busy. We've been working really hard here in Chico. The recovery from the campfire in Paradise up in the Ridge has necessitated that we do business a little bit differently here. And that means sometimes offering services for donation only or for free. Finding other means to have some sort of exchange when money's tight and the economy's still very much recovering from the disaster of the fire. And now we've got the disaster of COVID, and it's very important to have perspective about that. Life before COVID is not going to look like life after COVID. Out of necessity. That's okay. It gives us an opportunity to really redesign some things. And it's also traumatic. It's also going to bring up a lot of crisis coping mechanisms. So this is great. We're going to shelter in. I'm going to work from home. Wait. We're still doing it? Yeah, we're still doing this. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And so it's really good to have a reminder of that. And I say it because I had my own sort of little crash and burn a few days ago, and I realized it was probably pretty necessary to get that message out there. Stress is going to continue like a pressure cooker in a marathon fashion, not a sprint, and that you can't just kind of like pretend. You can't be in denial, and you can't rely on some of those unhealthy coping mechanisms because they end up getting amplified in this trauma box that we're in. Then here's your call. Hello, it is time to try a different coping mechanism, one that increases your long-term health. And maybe you have a whole fistful or a couple fistfuls of unhealthy coping mechanisms. First, to change your shit now. And you don't have to change them all. Like I said, if you've got a couple of fistfuls, pick the one that's doing you the most damage, or the one that is providing the biggest barrier to your best self, or the one that's knocking you down the hardest. Are those healthy coping mechanisms? Do they serve your long-term health? Do they serve your long-term picture of quality of life? And if they don't, knock it off. Come join me for coffee, reflection, and a little bit of breathing. I can't recommend enough a meditation practice. That's huge. Check in with, I kept myself so busy, or I kept myself so much in denial. Those distractions are keeping you from checking in with what your needs are, with what needs to change. The uncomfortableness, the discomfort in your body, in your emotions, in your thoughts, in your spiritual practices. Those are all signs that something needs to change. You don't have to like burrow into the discomfort and go, gosh, I love suffering. I hope not. I hope you have a different relationship with suffering than that. But some of us have to learn it the hard way. I hope that you look at the discomfort, see it as like a barometer to say, oh, here's what's going on with the discomfort index. What am I going to do about that? Well, if it was the weather, you'd dress appropriately, you're sheltered appropriately, you might turn the air conditioning on or off. There's lots of different ways that you can react to circumstances and externalities that are beyond your control. The first thing, though, is to recognize that those externalities are putting pressure on you. And then decide, what are you going to do about that? Is it that you're going to drink a whole bunch of coffee that you don't need? And I'm inserting coffee here because I see a lot of recipes for things like White Russians, Moscow mules, COVID mules, whatever. All I can tell you is substances, whether it's alcohol or drugs, there's usually some unintended consequences with that stuff. And the fact that we're in a marathon pressure cooker means that those unintended consequences are more likely to be serious and long-term. So out of concern for everybody's health, out of concern for the fact that we are stuck inside with people or with ourselves for the long run here, without really an escape hatch or escape mechanism, or I can go to work, or I can go to a friend's house, or I can go to sort of escape someone who might be spiraling down in a coping mechanism that's not only unhealthy for themselves, but gets shared the same way a virus would. I would urge us all to kind of back away from those coping mechanisms and try to pick up ones that, instead of spreading our wounds and pain around, instead of spreading our addictions like viruses, and there are a lot of ways to be addicted. Sugar, too much TV, too much YouTube, too much video games, too many arguments online. If you are using anything, whether it's something you put into your body or something that you're feeding your mind that will alter your view of reality, let's make sure that those have long-term good effects. So I would say, if you're going to get addicted to something, get addicted to meditation, get addicted to breathing, get addicted to prayer, get addicted to good health, nutrition, hygienic practices on a physical and non-physical level. Get addicted to things that are going to help you run this marathon and help you check in with your body, your mind, your heart, your soul. I ask you, I beg you, I plead with you to like, subscribe, share. There's more coming, I promise. I and a couple of my Reiki Holy Fire Master colleagues and teachers are doing is we are offering our Reiki classes online, particularly the 1 and 2 level combined, via Zoom, and we're doing this on a donation-only basis. This means you can take a Reiki class that normally retails for about $400 for $30. We're just asking to be reimbursed for the cost of the materials. Why? Because we think it's really, really important right now to have as many healers out there as possible, working from a distance. And Reiki teaches this distance healing technique, this tool for our toolkit in level 2. So we want students who are committed to healing themselves and the universe with energy, with divine light, with love, wisdom, and purity of intent. Reiki does not teach a religion or a faith. It simply teaches the tools to move the energy. So whatever your belief system is about that energy, whether it's based in physics or whether it's based in religion, you're welcome in a Reiki class, and you're welcome to become a healer. And I hope those who need to hear this call are hearing this call. So if you're interested in that, check the link down below. Thank you, bless you. May you find the coping mechanisms that are going to increase your long-term health, expand your long-term quality of life, and give you a connection with the source of all things. You are worthy of healing. All you have to do is ask, and that you are fully supported in all of your intentions. So make those intentions good ones. Huh? Namaste, my friends. I bow to the spark of divinity within every single one of you. May all beings know healing. May all beings know peace. And I'll see you next time.